of confidence from men and women, both sides. It's just that confidence to make that first move. It's a really intimidating situation, and there's also that fear of rejection. So it's quite nerve-wracking for both men and women, but that is what the women here in Carnaby Street feel like today.
And that's to cap it off, y'all. Going back to what she says, y'all. You know, it is true. Us men, moralists, us men need to be more confident. This generation is kind of getting bad. We got people staying in the house, whacking off. Yeah! Oh, damn! Ladies and gentlemen, your mama ain't want to tell you, your daddy ain't want to tell you, your grandparents ain't want to tell you. But I'm going to be the first to tell you your best stink if you don't watch this full video. Make sure you guys watch the full video or your best will stink. So you might as well just watch it. Make sure you go ahead and subscribe to the full fam. Make sure you like and hit that noti bell. But y'all, you want to know. I want to know. Every boy wants to know. You see the title. Why women don't approach men. You know, I sit in my head every single day and think, day to day, why do women never approach me? Sorry, I lost myself right there. Am I ugly? Am I really ugly? Why don't women approach me? Say y'all. But for real though, why don't women approach men? We got ourselves a video right here. Let's just get into the video, man. I'm trying to figure this out. Let's figure it out together.
Hey guys, and welcome back to Karma TV. I'm Charlotte Summers, and I've got a topic today which I'm sure you guys at home are really excited to find out the answer to. Why don't women approach men? Is it a pride thing? Do they feel it's just not their role? I'm not sure what it is, but let's find out.
See where their head is at. See where we need to, as men, need to know where their head is at. But they don't want to tell us. Let's see.
Why don't women approach men?
I don't really agree with it, but the reason might be because I think we've been raised in a way where we weren't really ready for the situation that we were going to be living these days. Like, we didn't think that we were going to be, you know, managing so many dating apps, and Tinder was going to be, you know, like what runs the dating world kind of these days.
A lot of
women
are
too scared to. You know, we're intimidated by the fact that you've got to go over to a man, and stereotypically...
Yo, is that my man Callie, that big gold dude on YouTube? My man Cal? Yeah, but back to what she's saying. I mean, yeah, I see girls are intimidated, but like, don't you think men are too? I'm not saying I am, but don't you think men are too afraid what you say? There's men out here that's afraid to talk to women.
What I would
just
associate
like you afraid
a
to talk
woman
to
and a man
men.
to be like is how my parents brought me up to think.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
my parents
then
brought
the
me up very
boys come up
traditionally. They
being
think
mad
that
and be like, hey,
as
introduce
a woman,
yourself.
you should be courted by a
Hey,
man.
yo, my man Michael Blackson in the background.
And
But
you
it's
should
all
be
Kyle.
approached by a man because the man should make the effort. You know, it's a manly thing to do. And obviously, going back, we were essentially gorillas and we were whatever. The man was always taking control of a woman. So it's something that I guess now in this generation we are
The
really...
man should be the upper hand in the relationship. You're a man. You're supposed to be protecting your woman. You're supposed to be providing for your woman and all that. But your woman has some priorities and your woman has some things
breaking
too.
And a lot of women, I mean,
it's
I'm not even going to lie. I have approached some men. I have sometimes.
Oh,
But
yeah?
I think
You
I
know one
intimidate
like you.
a lot of men. So for me to hold back, that's really important because otherwise you can scare them. And if you do approach men, sometimes it's an ego thing for them and they don't like it. They get really intimidated by it. So yeah, so I think personally, I should probably hold back from being like that. And I would love a man to come over to me and make the effort.
Because they probably approach us first. I think it's probably there's a sort of fear of rejection.
And she's right. There's a lot of men are just afraid to be rejected. Y'all need to let go of your ego and just accept it. You're gonna be rejected. You know how many L's I took before I started getting W's?
I think why
I took
would
a lot
you
of
want
L's to
to
become
deal
where I'm
with
at right
rejection
now.
when someone else could do it for you?
Make them do the hard work.
Exactly.
I think it's probably down to tradition and also feeling wanted. You kind of want to feel as if a man is actually going to make the effort enough to talk to you, and if they don't, then they're probably
Not worth it.
not worth it, or maybe not interested in you. So I think that's probably the reason.
I imagine that women don't approach men because of the reluctance to look desperate.
and the connotations that people make
And
about
some
women
people do think like that. Like us men think like, oh, you looking
who do
desperate.
approach men.
It's that kind of fear of rejection.
You see something that you like, you just
Much
going up
more
to get
than
it.
looking like
That's what an
someone
alpha
who
does.
is desperate for attention, rather than someone who wants to be wanted by somebody else.
I think it's more in the role of men to approach women, but also some women lack of confidence as well. So they feel like,
Fear of rejection, the confidence thing.
yes, exactly.
I don't believe in women approaching men, period. I just think a man should be a man.
You got a right to feel
Sweep
the
you
way
off
she
your feet
feels.
and make the best move.
Pretty much, exactly.
Well, I think a lot of women don't approach men because they're not like open enough, or they think that the man should always make the first move.
After that, girls. I'll just say y'all men
But I
need
think
it
in the 21st century, women should really be approaching men. I mean, I do it all the time.
Just think, I
Yeah.
feel like it's being really forward.
Hey! We gotta salsa woman. We need more women like her. We need women like her.
And I'm just quite traditional, so I kind of like the man to come to me. So I think if I was going up to a guy, I think I don't know, I'd be a bit shy about doing it.
I think that women like the flattery of being approached. We don't want to, it's like a game, and society's taught us that the game is for men to approach us.
Hey, once you guys stop getting nervous, like you realize it's all a game. It's all fun and games. Like it's a fun.
I
like,
think there's a traditional view
you'll know.
that a man should be the first to approach a woman, or a man should be the first to take action, which is why I
Yeah,
think women
hey, look at my man's and he get that look like, yeah, that's
to
smile,
allow
yeah.
the man to do his thing, really.
Because it's tradition that the man has to act in that way. That's why we are more feminine, and they are supposed to be approaching us because they hunt us and we let them hunting us.
So there we have it. It ultimately comes down to two main factors. First being tradition. Lots of ladies out here feel like it's just not their place to make the first move. The men should swoop them off their feet and that's just their job. Secondly, it comes down to confidence. From men and women, both sides, it's just that confidence to make that first move. It's a really intimidating situation, and there's also that fear of rejection. So it's quite nerve-wracking for both men and women, but that is what the women here in Carnaby Street feel like today.
And that's to cap it off, y'all. Going back to what she says, y'all. You know, it is true. Us men, moralists, us men need to be more confident. This generation is kind of getting bad. We got people staying in the house, whacking off, and all that. Whacking off is bad for you, but in a later video, we'll go over no fat and how to get off of that. But we need more confidence in men. You're just the men like that. It's just destroying our world, and it needs to stop. But it is what it is, man. Moral is though, women will never walk up to you, boys. I mean, some will, some won't. It is what it is. But it's up to you to make that first move on them. They won't sometimes. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you guys learned something today. Make sure you guys subscribe to the fam. Make sure you like and hit that notification bell. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. And remember, Kings, stay true to yourself. No further ado, stay tuned.